Peace and double honors to the apostles of GMS that give us his truth. And salutations to all the occupationists scored throughout the four corners of the earth for sincerity and the truth. We the brothers of GMS New York, going into the destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America, prophecy. And before the camera came on, brothers was talking about the left hand miracles of the simple white man Esau Edom, in these last days. And that's what he's going to be using to deceive the global population, taking that mark.
That's right.
I
just wanted to add something came to my mind. This is gearing into that technocracy system.
Yeah.
With the word technocracy, you get the word tech, which is referred towards, devices, and ocracy meaning govern. So that's what they at least want to bring is they want to be able to. Well, they're doing it now. They want to govern everything through technology.
Yeah.
And we see stages or the beginning phases of it, in our daily life, like tolls. Now there's no toll booth. You just pass through and take a picture of your license plate, and then you have an easy pass. You're gonna see a deduction, or you're gonna see what you owe. But that's them managing, the affairs of the people through technology.
Yeah.
You run a red light. Yeah. Guess what? A cop's not gonna pull you over. They're gonna take a picture of your plate, and then you're gonna receive the bill or the fine.
Yeah.
So that's all these things falls under technocracy.
Yeah.
The main the full fulfillment is going to be the MOTB.
Yep.
But you got it back.
Yep. Yeah. That's why Trump signed an executive order for 6G and implantables. Because the goal is to chip people, man. They did this survey where they said 70% of Americans would switch to palm payments, like they would for that. 70%. So that shows you, and that's the same number of people that took the jab.
Yeah.
Right? 70% of the global population. So that shows you that pre-run, at least they already got an idea, that majority of the population, they're going to take it. And, if people took the jab, at the time when COVID wasn't even nothing compared to what's about to come.
Well, speaking cold.
It's like, the PMEC, that was enough compared to what's to come. What's to come is literally lives is dependent on this whole straight up homo situation because it's affecting the food supply, the whole supply chain, right? And that's going to create famines, right? Mm-hmm. So the elites, they know that famine is the main get people to take the jab. Because when you're starving, all morals go out the way. So, go ahead.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 8. Mm-hmm. And then shall that reveal whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Yeah, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Who's the wicked according to the scriptures? Malachi 1, Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Malachi 1 says Esau is the border of wickedness. It means wherever the Edomites dwell, that is where wickedness dwells. The scriptures say when the Edomites conquered the earth during the Greek Empire, that evils multiplied on the earth. They said civilization started with the Greeks, right? So when the Greeks took power, that's when evils multiplied on the earth. So the wicked is the so-called white man. So it says the wicked shall be removed, the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. The spirit of the Lord's mouth is his prophets, man.
It's his prophets.
The prophets, we out here, exposing this devil, man, for who he is. He's the Edomite. He's not a Jew. He's not a white man. He's not a Caucasian, man. He's the Edomite, right?
It says, and shall destroy him with the brightness of his coming.
He shall destroy the brightness of his coming, which is Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah coming on that big, gigantic so-called UFO, man. That's why Trump talking about declassifying UFO file, that. That's why it's been a talk since, 2017, 2018?
And what the fuck is they hiding?
Yeah.
What is they hiding that you have to off these scientists? I believe is that they was gonna blow the whistles on the beings that's coming out, which we know are angels, and say they look just like us.
Yeah.
What if information like that was released? You know how much chaos that will create for Esau's image in the picture he has that he enforced through that image. That black guys and tall, extra tall, 8 feet, 9 feet tall black men, Negroes.
That's spooky.
That could be, it could be, you know, information like that, but you know, we just know they scared to death.
Yeah. Matter of fact, one of the guys that got killed was a UFO whistleblower. David Wood? Yeah. Okay, yeah. You know, he was a whistleblower, and he's the one that spoke about Simeon Toko, which is that Jake and West Africa.
Right.
When he revealed that information, he said that they told him that if he reveals it, they're going to kill him or something like that. Yeah. And he talked about it for years. Now he's out of there, so that shows you there's some truth to it.
Yeah, and the Most High made him reveal that. No, go ahead, see what you got to say.
The same guy that spoke about it, they got him?
Yeah, that same dude. David
They terminated his life subscription.
The subscription has ended.
We got to speak in code, you know.
They killed. What Hassan be saying? Hassan canceled. TV got turned.
TV turned off.
Turn the TV on, you know. So
it's not
that's
rock.
damaging to his image. He's already looked bad on the global stage. So imagine now coming to find out that the people you've been, you know, doing all this shit to is the chosen people. Now we create global chaos shit too is the chosen people. Now we create global chaos.
Yep.
You know, all the nations who cut ties with Esau, try to, you know, appeal to Jake. He made, you know, so, you know, you want citizenship. What do you want it, you know? So.
It's this truth that's making this this infrastructure fall apart.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you brother seen this show called Paradise. I don't want to give away, but so the premise of the show is 2 seasons. Premise is based off post-apocalyptic. You know, you have like survivors that lived in a bunker, and they have this artificial life, and you have like 1 or 2 generations that was raised in that bunker, and they thought everything was. Whereas you have people that survived the catastrophe, and they don't just living like, you know, trying to survive. Yeah. But the people that's in there, they're being told by the powers that be that there's no more life form out there. But then it comes a episode, it get revealed that there is life out there, and everything just falls apart because that lie was exposed, and they couldn't control the people no more because everybody was wondering, okay, if there is life out there, we should go out there then. Yeah. Let's see if we can rebuild. So they wanted to hide that information from the people because they know it will bring chaos. So with this truth, they want to submerge this truth because this create chaos for Esau.
Yeah. I can bring this out real quick.
Because it's breaking apart that image, white supremacy. And then, well, I forget who said it. It was the guy that I call Cleveland. He's scientist, the mustache, Jay. I call him Cleveland.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Okay, yeah. He had a good talk point about, Neanderthals, right? At one point they taught how Neanderthals was they were stupid, but then when they did all this research that a lot of these so-called white people is connect them, they started changing up the research and started saying like, how inventive these guys was, how clever these guys was.
They sharpened up tools.
Yeah. These guys were so clever. But that's because that's so creating, a narrative, controlling the image.
Yeah.
It's like it. Go ahead.
Real quick. This is Revelation 11 in the AMP. But after 3 days, but after 3.5 days, the breath of life from the Most High came into them.
Yeah, which is to the time of slavery, from 1619 all the way up to like.
Speak up a little more.
Which is going on to from the time of slavery, which is 1619, all the way up until 60s, 1970s, which is when Jake started waking up to the fact that they're Israelites.
Yep.
So the spirit of the Most High into us, fulfilling Ezekiel the 37th chapter.
Yep. And they stood on their feet. That's the point. In great fear and panic from those who were watching them.
Yeah, that's right. Great fear and panic, man.
Yep.
Yeah, we got these elites fucking fucked up, man. Yep. Trump losing his mind. The ones above him, the bankers, they're losing their minds. Seeing the chariot signs, seeing that the prophecies that we've been foretelling is coming to fruition. If the things in their minds, they know that we're the prophets. So they know that, damn, if everything they've been saying has been coming to pass, if they say that we're going to slavery, then shit, that must mean that's gonna happen.
To them, it was a legend.
Yeah.
And then, but they're saying, whoa, the word of the Lord is true.
Yeah.
DBZ with Frieza.
Yeah.
You had the legendary Super Saiyan. And then when Frieza was actually exposed to a real Super, he actually seen with his own eyes, his face just froze.
Yeah. He got fucked up too.
He got killed.
He got fucked up, man. You know? So right now, Esau's being exposed on all levels, man. To say they shall make their own tongue to fall on themselves. You got all these Edomites, basically truthers coming out exposing the agendas. You know, going against the grain. Really, all you Edomites should be for this new world order. Yep. This is your kingdom. This is your world. You know, you should be for pedophilia. You should be supporting Epstein, right? You should be doing all this demonic shit. You shouldn't be Christians. Geared towards Satan. Your power lies, man. That was it, right?
That was the point.
Go back. So back in Thessalonians 2 and verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Yeah, his coming is after the working of Satan, man. Everything, all the laws that they pass is against the scriptures, man. Mm-hmm. Satan means adversary, right? And what is Satan adversary to Yahweh Shema Shah's law, statutes, and commandments. Right. Now, Satan, he's in order, but his job is to cause mankind, to go against Yahweh Shema Shah's order.
That's right.
So,
they dove into witchcraft.
Yeah, they dive into witchcraft.
They got. Yeah. And a lot of this technology is through the left-hand side anyway. And it still goes back to the Most High, but it's through the left-hand side.
Left hand. That's right. Yeah.
Even him whose coming is after the Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, all power and signs and lying wonders, which is his technology. Elon Musk with Neuralink, showing you people communicating with their brains, playing with their brains with the chip. Mm-hmm. People that couldn't see, they put a chip in their brain, and somehow the signals wired to their brain, and now they could have an image, kind of see, right? That's the wonders and the miracles, man. Deceitful wonders. They're embellishing this thing, man. Making it seem like you're gonna be human 2.0. You're gonna be upgraded. You can open doors with your mind. You can unlock your car with your hand. That's superpowers.
A medical breakthrough.
Huh?
A medical breakthrough.
Yeah, medical breakthrough. You're more advanced now. You got a chip in your brain connected with AI. Now you're super smart. Yep. You know all the answers.
It's gonna give you opportunity.
Yeah, opportunity.
To things you wasn't able to do before. So if you was in a wheelchair, paralyzed, now you have the opportunity to walk again.
Yeah.
If you they might say, well, now you can get up with your wife again.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's how they're gonna deceive the people.
Yeah.
And they're gonna have incentives.
Yeah.
They're gonna incentivize people, the first flock of people to receive it, they're gonna incentivize them. Yeah. They're gonna give them certain things. Yeah. They did it with C-19.
Yeah,
and they're gonna do it with this.
Yeah.
They're gonna start getting aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Also, just like they did with Novid. Mm-hmm. At first it was optional. It's optional. Yeah. Now it's like, now it's mandatory. Yeah. Now it's like, they start guilt tripping people. Like, well, we still on lockdowns. We still in this pandemic is because of the unjabbed.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna do the same thing. The ones that ain't taking the mark, they're the reason there's terrorism. They're the reason that epidemics are spreading because we don't have proof that they didn't take the yabba dabba deuces, right? So that's how they're gonna embellish it.
And that leads to citizen policing.
Yeah. Yep.
Because people are so afraid, or people are, drinking the Kool-Aid with extra sugar. Yeah. They think you're the problem now. Yeah. So a part of this system, they're gonna call in on you. They're gonna call 311. Yeah, this person here. He's been coughing for 3 days. He might have, or he don't have the MO. Let's say if they use the guise of terrorism, and you opposed to the MOTB, and they're drinking the Kool-Aid. Now they're gonna think you're a potential domestic terrorist.
You're against America.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you're a potential Iranian sleeper cell. We don't know. We need this to be implemented so that we could verify. Mm-hmm. They're gonna make it seem like it's a necessity.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness and and them that perish.
Yeah, and them that perish. Because the only ones that's going to be deceived is the ones that's not part of the elect. So 2/3 of our people and the nations, they're going to be deceived by this technology, man. You got one talking about how this technology is going to make everybody rich. You're going to have your own chef, this, your own that as a robot, and then you're going to have universal high income. So it went from universal basic income to universal high income because they're embellishing it. Because before, people wasn't going basic. Basic means what?
Revelation 13.
Basic, the bare minimum necessities. So they seen how people wasn't going for it. So now he's up to universal high income. So now you're going to make a lot of money by getting this Neuralink or whatever, dealing with robots and all of that, right?
And the focus on them that's going to perish is mainly the Turks. Because they're going to be deceived by this. They're going to get caught up in Esau. Because the next line says, because they receive not of the truth that they might be saved. Because the Lord ain't gonna save you. These other nations already dead.
Yeah, that's right.
But this is gonna catch out. This Satan Esau system gonna catch our people. The majority of our people.
Yeah.
They gonna get caught up into this new order system and things of that nature, to where it's gonna keep them from returning to the Lord. One more verse 11. And for this cause, God shall send them strong delusions that they should believe.
Speak up a little more.
That they should believe a lie.
Yeah, the Most High is sending them delusions, man. The Most High, I think in Isaiah 65, it says the same thing. The Most High shall choose their delusions and will bring their worst fears upon them. So whatever you fear the Most High is going to bring that upon you, man. If you fear clowns, Lord gonna have demonic apparitions where the demons look like clowns. If you fear losing your family, you losing your kids, the Lord gonna kill your kids, right? Your worst fears, the Lord is gonna bring upon you, man. The Lord knows how to break anybody's soul, man. The Most High is the one that created the spirits, so He knows exactly how to break you down, man. And the Most High is gonna do that because of pride, right? The scriptures say what? Many great miseries shall be done to them in the last days because of great pride. America's the most proud kingdom, man. So the Lord is getting ready to humble these people, man. And you already seen it at the gas stations. People making TikToks crying, screaming, I just paid $130 to fill my tank.
Yeah.
Losing it, man.
Putting the squeeze on the people.
Yep.
Give Revelation 13, because I want to bring out the word deceiveth. We gotta read it.
This is Revelation chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh
now
fire.
the word miracle, the word wonder translates to miracle. So go ahead.
So that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, that's going into what? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. They drop bombs from the sky.
And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth.
And what made it a wonder or a great miracle, because that was the first time the world was exposed to atomic warfare. Even when you read Isaiah the 9th chapter, when Isaiah the prophet seen the destruction of America, he was amazed. Yeah. He was so amazed, he made a comparison to conventional war from his present time, the war that was going to bring down this empire. So it was a great wonder. Go ahead.
It says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do.
So the word miracle and wonder is interchangeable. Now look up the word deceiveth. It should take it to the Greek word plania. That's where you get the word planet. And the word planet actually translates to wonder.
It says deceiveth, translate planeo.
There you go. It should get the word planet because you have fixed stars, which they don't have. They called it conventionally planets because they was moving. Depending on the season you in. So they named it all planets. The stars just known as planets. Now they tell us how many planets are, but it was a term generally used because it moved around. As you have fixed stars. So the word planet means to wander. So in the context of this scripture means to wander or go astray. So Esau caused them to go. That's what it said. Deceive. It caused them to go astray.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says it means planeo, which means to lead astray, cause to wander from the truth, or often through signs and illusions.
Through signs and illusions, man. It's this chip, you know, AI. It looks good, and you have right now you have Palantir, this dude Alex, and all these AI heads. They're all pushing for Christians to accept AI as the new religion. You know, so AI, this whole AI thing, that's gonna be the new god for, you know, taking the chip is the microchip. The microchip or CBDC implant, Neuralink, whatever it's idolatry. It's an idol, right? It's an idol. What do you do with an idol? You pray to it, you know what I'm saying, to get blessings or whatever. But guess what? This chip is gonna be how people get all things, right? Communicate with the elites, you know. This is who they're gonna ask for answers. You know, you ask the chip in your mind, whatever questions, you know, you got AI answer, you know, it's gonna give it to you right in your mind.
Yeah, and you know, it's leading to mass surveillance.
Yeah.
Because really for the elite.
Yeah.
You know, it's not for the benefit of the people. It's really for the benefit of the elites, so that they can have more control over you.
Yeah.
And they want to be on the status of the Most High.
Yeah.
Going back to the technocracy, they already have cameras that have photo recognition.
Yeah.
So you commit a crime, and let's say they have technology that can look through a mask.
Yeah.
You know, look at the
cameras.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the flat cameras all over the United States. I got the app where they show you all the cameras that's in the vicinity, and it's like damn near every block.
Yeah, cover the whole shit.
Yeah, and it's you know, it's so-called legal, right? According to the Constitution, whatever laws he got, it's legal, but it gives them access to wherever you at. They'll look up your plate information. And now, like before camp, I seen this article where they said how cops are using it to stalk lovers, so-called. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like they have something that they like, or a woman they like. They'll track her plate, see where she's going. You know, or they woman or whatever. You know.
And the cops are the worst abusers of the of the system.
Yeah, the worst criminals.
Yeah.
You know.
And now you see on cop cars, because before a cop would have to follow you for like 10 seconds, read your plate, type in the system.
Yeah.
Now they got, well, they had it for years,
Yeah.
but they have these scanners on top of the vehicle, and they could scan, I believe, somewhere, I don't know the actual number, but they could,
Dozens.
like 30, maybe 50, hundreds of license plate all at one.
Yeah.
And now something's not, if it's dirty, they'll pick up the plate, right? They get an alert system in their car, and that falls under technocracy. Yeah, go ahead.
I said that's why they be posted up on the highways.
Yeah.
You know, you see them in the cut, that's because they're scanning all the plates. And when something comes up, they start in the person.
They know who to target after.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, this is like in, I would say like maybe like the late 90s or so. And I remember on the news, they was talking about like in the future, how they plan on, I guess, setting up like these kind of cameras or like that, like kind of infrared or that infrared cameras or something like that. So like if a gun go off, it could pick up like the
radiation.
The radiation of the body, like, and to know who exactly shot
they
off
can
a gun.
find it.
Yeah, they can
They
find
can
it. Yeah. And this is back in like 90. I remember this like 98.
And that's old technology.
Yeah, old technology. They were talking about how they trying to crank out.
Yeah.
Esau have everything already, but you know they haven't fully just put everything in display. But Esau already knows like the direction that he wants to go. And bringing all these things out.
And that's all falls under this new world order system. And that's why they need everybody to be, you know, a microchip. You got two digital footprints, you know, so they could track you. You commit a crime, they could place you at the scene of the crime through cell towers and convict.
Yeah, social media, cell towers, you know, right now, it's damn near impossible to get away with a crime.
They know everywhere you went. Like, don't believe me? I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking in, you know, like third person. If you don't believe me, how many times, you know, you just like passing by, or you just went to the bathroom in the store and you come out and get that notification on your phone, how was your visit at? How was your visit at BBQs?
Facts.
Rated 1 through 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Or you start getting different ads. You know what I'm saying? For like places you've been.
Oh, well, you might say something, you might have a conversation with somebody, then you go on your phone, your ad of what y'all was talking about.
Gone. Yep. So they're listening, man. You know, better believe every brother got a file. You know what I'm saying? The CIA and all of that, BI, they got a file for us, man. And you already see them setting up the play to come against us with this situation where the shooting at the White House. You know that everybody knows this shit is a false flag, even in the truth.
They're saying they can't even find the bullet that was allegedly, used to shoot, to shoot up, let go of them shots. They can't find no bullets.
Yeah.
Now, they one officer was wounded by a bullet, and there's a strong possibility it was through friendly fire. That's the only bullet shells they found.
Yeah, shoot. That shit is all fake, but they're setting it up to come up against us.
I got like 3 scriptures. There's 2 Corinthians 4:4. That's the. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of the Mashiach, whom is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them.
That's right. So if us will be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. 2/3 of our people, they can't see because the Most High has blinded them. Going back to Isaiah 6:9, the Most High set up angels to block the minds of our people from receiving His truth. Because ultimately, everybody has a to play in this movie, in the Most High's grand movie, which is called life, this reality. Right. When you read the scriptures, you read about Judgment Day, all the destruction the Lord is going to bring to people. Somebody has to fill up that,
Yeah, and it said the God of this world, and ultimately the God of this world is Satan. That power was given to the spiritual demon, which Satan works through Esau. Satan is really the God for the so-called white man. Okay, so this is Satan's world of rule, and he gave that power to he set up Esau to be the deceiver, all right, to physically bring in deception of the masses of people. As we're going into the deceivableness, lying, the deceivableness, Esau's technology, his AI, but that power was given to Esau through Satan to blind the masses of people.
And the proof of that is when Satan came to Yahushua.
Right.
So you worship me, all these kingdoms and the glory of them will I give you, for that is given unto me. Meaning the Most High has given Satan power over all the earth.
That's right.
So whoever's in power has to worship Satan. That's how we know these elites worship Satan. And the Epstein emails expose how they worship Baal, Baphomet. You know what I'm saying? They worship demons, man.
They got the Bohemian Grove.
Yeah, the Bohemian Grove.
Worship of Molech.
Yep.
Which all goes back to Satan.
Yeah, it's all go back to
Cult of Baal.
Yep. You got more?
You bring up
Just got one real quick, because this is Revelation 6:4. Went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Yeah, another horse that was red. Horse represents power, authority, leadership. Somebody on a horse, he's higher than everybody else. Like you see Nate, when he pulls on the Passover, he's on that horse because he feels he's above everybody else, right? So that red horse is talking about Esau's Edom power structure, and Edom means what? Red. Edomites mean red people. So another horse that was red, and power was given unto him to take peace from the earth. Now, you tell me what race of people have taken peace from the earth besides the so-called people? You can't say that about the Arabs. You say that they're terrorists, but they're not taking peace from the earth. You can't say that about the Chinese. You can't say that about Jake, because you demonize us as if we're the worst criminals, but we're not committing global crimes. Right? So, who took peace from the earth? The so-called white man. Going back to, what's his devil name? There's a Satan's Albert Pike. With the 3 World Wars. Designed the 3 World Wars. So that's these devils, man. And they know themselves. They say themselves that that's them. think Barbara Marx Hubbard, she's a member of the World Economic Forum. But years ago, she said that basically we're the pale horse in death. You know, the Most High sanctions, and basically we deliver it. Basically, so these devils, they know that, you know, they're fulfilling prophecy, that they're Satan, you know,
and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword.
Yeah, they should kill one another. World War I and World War II was between Edomites mainly, between Europe, you know, Germany, Russia, and all of them, America, France, right? So they should kill one another, and was given unto them a great sword. The great sword is a thermonuclear weapon, man. It went from atomic to nuclear to thermonuclear, man. You know, so that's that great sword.
Gun.
Yeah.
You know, because everything they was gonna receive is about blood. Like blood is nothing to Esau.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're gonna spill more blood before they go. And there's gonna be a lot of our people. But disobedient of our people.
Yeah.
They're gonna feel that destruction from Esau.
Yeah.
I just want to read something, right? Apostle Gabar had mentioned this term. This is adhesive contract, also known as take it, leave it. So adhesive contract is a agreement drafted by one party with superior bargaining power, meaning they have the leverage, offering the weaker party no opportunity to negotiate terms. Common in consumer transactions, an example, insurance policies, site terms, leases. Now, case in point, I remember getting my first car insurance. It's almost impossible to get car insurance.
Yeah.
Now, out of the dozens of car insurance I could have applied for, only one would accept me. At that time, it was Countrywide. So, with the policy, the premium that Countrywide offered me, it was super high. And I couldn't negotiate it because if I tried to explore my options elsewhere, I would have no other options, because no other insurance would take me because I had no previous insurance. So they're like, well, you're a liability, so we're gonna take you, but your premium would just be super high. Then maybe after 6 months to a year, you might be able to explore your options. But that would fall under adhesive contract, because either you're gonna take it or you're not gonna drive at all. You can't negotiate them terms because nobody else gonna deal with you.
And then the fucking insurance companies, more than likely all owned by BlackRock and Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even if a few insurance companies don't go with you and you get a different one, it's still the same company profiting over all of them, which is Vanguard, BlackRock, they own over 90% of the stock market.
So I typed in adhesive contract, then I put COVID shutdown, right? So it says during C-19 pandemic, contract of adhesion or non-negotiable agreements often used in education, gym memberships, and consumer services. Like, you couldn't come in under the terms, like you had to wear a mask, you had to do certain, you had to be in, you know, that was for the adhesive contract. So like either you show us that your card, or we won't supply you with any services. So read it. It says, during C-19 pandemic, contract of adhesion standardized non-negotiable agreements often used in education, gym memberships, and consumer services became a flash abuse, particularly regarding liability waivers and forced closures. Many organizations attempted to use these contracts to shift legal risks to weaker parties. So we're gonna see that again with the MOTB. That's what Scripture speaks about, that no man can sell.
Yeah, that's why now you got all these different companies now. They all turning into banks. Mm-hmm. Twitter now, X got his own bank. Technology banks because they're gonna have their own currencies. But it's all gonna be the same.
It's gonna lead to
Yeah, you know, it's all gonna be central bank digital currency, but you know, they're gonna have their own versions. Like you got the Apple one, you know what I'm saying? You got the Amazon one, but it's still the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know, that's why they're talking about companies tokenizing their assets.
tokenization.
Yeah, tokenizations. You know what I'm saying? And basically, whatever assets they have could actually turn into actual currency. So your company could decide to pay you in their own currency, whatever company you work with.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you remember YouTube, you just create an account.
Yeah.
And that was it. You was able to mesh up other YouTube accounts.
Yeah.
But then somehow it went from they updated their terms, and then it came to add your phone number. You had to add certain personal information, and if you choose not to, guess what? You can't use their services. You know that falls under a adhesion contract or agreement, because either you're going to give us these information, or guess what? You just won't use our services. Take it or leave it. It's negotiation. Let me write YouTube headquarters. Maybe I can negotiate something. No, that's a standard contract. Either you agree to the terms. Like you ever have to read terms of agreements. You can't go further until you click the check button and agree.
Yeah, you gotta scroll all the way down.
Yeah, and if you try to go to the next page, utilize the service without checking that box, you ain't gonna go nowhere. That would be an adhesive contract. So you have to agree to their terms under their control, or just go use their services.
That's why if you don't have the chip, if you don't have the mark, you just won't partake in society.
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? That's gonna be, like you said, that's a adhesion of contract. So you make this contract with the devil, take this chip, and you partake in society. If not, it's all good. We don't need you anymore. Don't be ostracized.
As far as they call it, there's a prison plan. There's a digital prison. Okay? And then for order you to keep access into this prison, you gotta get merged with the system. So they're gonna turn everything digital. The gradualism process, they fading out the physical currency. Plus, I did a video to you, like I remember a time they had $500 bills. I'm like, what? And then he looked it up, and they actually did. So they had $500 bills.
$500 bills.
Yeah, in America, and they faded it out in the late 60s. So he was breaking the point of how that's how they're gonna gradually do it with the dollar. They might start off with the $100 bill because it's not of common use. Everybody knows you got $100 bills. You got dollar bills. You know what I mean? And then it might fade down to the 50s. You turn it into the bank. And you know what I mean? You get 2 20s and a 10. Then that eventually,
When we was kid, they had the $half coin.
Dollar
Remember
coin.
that? There's a big coin. It was $50.
50 cent. The 50 cent.
Yeah. That you can't find it no more. And if you find it, that's somebody that's collecting it. Like my mother, she may have it in a jar, won't spend it. Or you go to a deli, and they're gonna show you like that $50 coin or the $2 bill.
The $2 bill.
They phased it out.
So that's how they gonna do it. That's how they do it.
Yeah, they already stopped producing pennies.
Exactly. That's why you hit that point. The pennies. You know what I mean? They'll take the loss on the pennies and then just do a nickel.
And next thing you know, nickels is out of there.
Exactly. So
And then pretty much cash, period.
To encourage you to spend through credit.
right. Exactly.
With the Metro system.
Yep.
Omni.
Tokens.
Yeah.
Then Metro cards.
Yeah. Omni cards,
Metro cards and Omni. So they forcing you to go digital with everything.
So that would be an adhesive contract.
Yeah.
Either take it. You can't go to the terminal unless you agree to their terms.
Yeah.
You use a Metro.
Yeah. They no more swipes.
No more swipes.
To get loans or to get a home, you gotta have credit. Like, you can't get an apartment without no credit. You gotta have a credit score.
Gotta have a credit score.
So they're forcing you to a credit-based system. Which is all.
What they do is they make it uncomfortable for you if you don't accept what they give you. You know what I'm saying? They make it very uncomfortable because you can't go in life without accepting their policies and contracts.
You can't drive a car without insurance, car
Yeah.
insurance.
Yeah, you got to get ID, license, driver's license. Those are all contracts. Contract is how they get people in bondage.
You go to the motor vehicles, you can't even register your car unless you have proof of insurance.
Yeah.
know, and that it make no
That's
sense.
wicked, bro.
You know, like you paying just in case.
Yeah.
So you could have an insurance policy for like, let's say 5 years, and within that 5 years, let's say you pay like 20,000, right? And just in case, don't get into an accident, and you change your insurance, whatever, or you get rid of the car, they just keep that 20,000.
Yeah.
You know, there's no you just hold it on. You don't get that 20,000 back. They keep it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There's certain countries where they actually give it back. Honestly,
yeah?
we don't even, there's certain countries that do that. And honestly, we don't even need insurance. Because if you think about it, if you have to pay insurance all those months, so much money you could save. So if an accident were to happen, which is rare, then you'd have the money already saved up to pay for it.
Yeah.
You already got 10 stashed up. You got 20 stashed up. So you can pay that 7, you can pay that 8, whatever it costs to fix that other car. You know? But it's all a scam, man, to keep people trapped in debt. You know?
It should act as it's supposed to be a security deposit.
Yeah.
Just in case.
So
if you don't get into nothing, and let's say you have State Farm, you know what? I'm gonna choose not to drive, cancel my State Farm premium, and you know I had State Farm for 5 years, 10 years. You know, State Farm should give you all the money, and reimburse you back all your money. But it's legal for them to do that shit.
Yeah.
Keep your money.
Fucking madness.
Yep, this is Daniel's 8:25, and through his policy also, he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, just like the brother's been going through. He so uses these contracts, all right, to deceive the people, all right, and to bind them legally under their system into their world, okay? Because like the brothers are saying, it's going to gradually come to a time where you don't, take this chip, which we know that's Psychi stigma, which is pledging allegiance to in this society, you won't be able to function as a normal person anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? And by peace shall destroy many, like the brother brought out in the Revelations, the 6th chapter. All right, the so-called white man, he took away peace from the earth. Okay, this is his craft to do it. You know?
And you're seeing now more self-checkout systems.
Yeah.
Like you may have, let's say you go to Walmart or whatever, or box, like wholesalers. So they may have a checkout system, and maybe like 1 or 2 registers, and like 50 fucking checkout systems. Now, like MT, there's not as many booths no more, so you're forced to use credit or debit. Whereas before, you was able to pay with cash. That's X'd out. So they guarantee people to things being digital.
Or like certain jobs, clock in, you gotta scan your palm or your thumb.
Biometric
Scanning your eyes. That too.
Oh, you clicked it.
It can't work.
They may have to do a background check on you.
Right.
It's a contract.
It says, he shall also stand up against princes, but he shall be broken without hand. That's going into Antiochus.
Speak a little more.
And when it says broken without hand, that's going into Antiochus IV Epiphanes, who got cursed by the Most High with an uncurable bowel disease.
And that's a result of pride. And Trump is the proudest king to ever live, man. That's Nero's nation. That nigga more proud than Antiochus, man. You know what I'm saying? So you can only imagine the level of humility the Lord about to bring to this place, man.
Like I said, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Thou serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in the want of all things. Want of all things, We got to go to this meeting for the want of all things. For clothing, for our living, for water, you name it, And it's through the gradualism, and it's fun, There's no way out of it. So it's really, this world is a part of, the curses is playing out upon the Lord's people, There's no way out of it. There's no such thing as demons in Babylon, You can't leave this country without having a passport. It's like what's it called?
Adhesion contract?
Yeah, having a passport, that's non-negotiable. You can't leave this country, You can't, go ahead.
I was going to say, you can't even farm the land without having a license.
Right.
You got to, in order to even get seeds,
things, and he shall put a yoke upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee.
Yeah, that represents bondage. Even if the chains got taken over of us, we still got that yoke of iron around our neck. You know, through these contracts. Right? That's how they keep us in bondage.
Yeah.
You know?
Is it 30? Start at the top.
Yeah, you can start at the top. Is it 30 or 30? Peace and piercing the head. If a man lead on Egypt. I think it's
Like 15.
yeah, man. So Jake, depending on the system, that's going to be their downfall. You know, they don't have any faith in Yahweh Shah. They're trusting in the Egyptians. That's the same Jakes that was in the wilderness. You know, complaining about the garlics, the leeks, the cucumbers. You know what I'm saying? That's how they, because they're gonna have it's gonna like the scripture says, it's gonna be peace and safety. So they're gonna come out with it and they're gonna have it, as a forms of, they're gonna use it to get you away from the plague, so to speak. So we got fitness. You be safe from terrorists. You be safe from foreign invaders. You don't gotta worry about not eating. 15-minute cities. Everything is all around you. You get a job. All you gotta do is just take this. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the incentive.
So Isaiah 36:6. Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt.
Yeah, America's broken, man. This place is going down. Yeah, you still trusting in it.
Whereon, if a man lean, go into his hand and pierce it. So,
so it's gonna, it's gonna bounce backwards, man. You're trusting in this place, it's gonna pierce you, man. It's gonna lead to your destruction.
And they're actually gonna get pierced.
Yeah, they're gonna get poked. Because this tends to be done through medical procedure, man. Through shot.
And we believe that, like, everything that's happening is to get people more desperate. Gas is rising, the living is rising more, and you see they fading out the middle class, poor or rich. So that way people become more, reliant on the system, the government, because they did it with the C-19, and they was giving we call them stimulus, just giving people the stimulus package, and people was comfortable, they was happy, want to go to work, they was content. Matter of fact, since we did, look up the word stimulus and type in psychology.
Stimulus and psychology.
Type psychology. So it means to stimulate, but in psychology it means something stupid.
So a stimulus in psychology is any object.
Read up a little more so they can.
Says a stimulus in psychology is any object, event, or internal, external agent that triggers a specific behavioral.
So it's something that triggers a response. So, okay, we're gonna give these people money, for each person, and then people are like, oh yeah, I ain't gotta go to work, and I'm getting money. I'm gonna sit home. I'm gonna buy this PS5. I'm gonna do this. But the response that they wanted was people to be reliant. And they call it the stimulus check. Go ahead.
It says that triggers a specific behavioral or psychological response from an organism.
Like, they do that in animal training, and they have what they call the stimulus, right? Let's say the stimulus might be, say we got a dog, you train a dog, stimulates will be like a treat. And want to sit down. To get the response, you got to wave that stimulus. And that might be a treat, and they go do whatever you want. Walk in a circle, feed it.
You bark.
Yeah. Like even a kid went to an aquarium and they got the dolphin show and shit like that. They'll keep feeding them fish. And then and then you watching the show as a kid. You may get splashed. As part of the show, and it's hot as hell, so your mind getting splashed. Then the dolphin. They'll go all the way up to the top, and everybody start clapping their hands. And then, because somebody said talk, he might, and then she might toss him a fish. And then he might jump in the water. That falls under animal training. But that would be a stimulus. So they format format of animal training on the people.
Right.
They deliberately is grooming the people. Good.
I was gonna say this is done through experiments.
Yeah.
Throughout the years.
Diligent search. Because the word psychology, means psych means mind, and ology means study, the study of.
Yeah.
So it's really translated the study of the mind. Because Esau studies the mind.
Yeah.
You know, and he named them all.
Yeah.
That's why if you go to school for psychology, they'll break down certain behavior patterns. They can tell you, break down what trigger means. They can tell you all these psychological terms that you can learn, or certain behavior, or mental illness, or certain conditions, mental conditions. Because Esau, he studied it. He studied this shit.
Yeah. They call it the government controlling the minds of the people. He has complete control over them.
During that season of that whole experiment, they wanted to wipe out the middle class.
Yeah.
They totally wiped out the middle. They shut down businesses.
Yeah.
They did, you know,
the mom and pops shops.
the mom and pops, you know, and that fit the scripture. Going back to the Quran, it says small and great, rich or poor. Ain't no middle playing field.
Yeah.
They want to make it one social.
Right.
That's it.
That's right.
No gray area.
Ain't no
Everybody's
gray
gonna be a servant.
And the elites got they quadrupled their money during that season.
Yeah.
That's why I was gonna give you. You know what I mean?
They made the most money.
They made the most money.
Those billionaires,
Yeah.
they done triple their wealth during that period of time.
That's right.
I believe also during that period of time, the U.S. debt went up
Oh yeah.
20-30%.
And the prices from 2-3 years ago doubled already.
This is Psalm 64.
Before you read that, read that again. And make sure that's everything on there.
This is back to stimulus psychology definition.
Speak up, bro.
A stimulus is, in psychology, is any object, event, or external agent that triggers a specific behavioral or psychological, physiological response from an. It acts as an environmental agent or sensory input, sight, sound, touch, smell, taste, that initiates activity or triggers a response crucial for learning and survival.
Okay, go ahead. Oh, you're sharp.
This is Psalm 64 and verse 6.
Hold on. Before you read that, now type in operant condition. Operant condition. Go ahead.
Conditioning?
Conditioning, yeah. Operant condition, like you operate something.
Okay, yeah.
The operant conditioning. Go ahead. Oh, you're sharp.
Read it, verse?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. This is Psalm 64 and verse 6. They search out iniquities.
They search out iniquity. Now the word iniquity, when you really break it down, you got the word in and equity. Equity means equal, and meaning not. So iniquity to not equal, not balanced. Because when you have a scale and that scale is not balanced, that causes an imbalance, right? Instance. Because equity will be a balance of right and wrong. So when the scale is imbalanced, that's iniquity. Instance. So, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's why in the law it says eye, hand for hand, foot
That's
for foot.
that's level the playing field, so to speak.
Yeah.
That's what create the balance.
Yeah.
So iniquity meaning imbalance, not equal. That's what it translates to.
Yeah. False balance is an abomination.
Hello.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalm 64 and 6. They search out iniquities.
They search out iniquity. Who's doing this? The elite.
Yeah.
The least higher scientists. The wise men. They have their own wise men, scientists, scholars, historians. They got their warlocks.
Big ass think tanks.
Yeah,
Come together.
They come together, and that's why they have these universities. We pull out information. We researching, meaning again, because these things already been searched out. You could type it on Google and type in how many species of mosquitoes, how many species of flies are there, and they'll give it to you.
Yeah.
It's like, and they'll name every species. I believe it's like over thousands of species of mosquitoes, and he so have that for you because he searched everything out. Go ahead.
It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish search.
They accomplish a diligent search, so they look into everything. Go ahead.
Both the
But there's things that the Most High had kept back from Esau from knowing. Go ahead.
both the inward thought of every one of them.
That's their mind. So the inward thought, go ahead.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and that is deep.
Yeah. That's why they have these higher learning, these universities, because they search things out. The reason we're able to broadcast this teaching, because Esau looked into the science.
Right.
You know, this was considered a miracle. As it was ancient times, it's like the impossible. But Esau searched everything out. So go ahead. You got operant conditioning.
Oh yeah. Operant conditioning. It says it's a learning process. It says operant conditioning.
There you go.
Developed by B.F. Skinner is a learning process where behavior is controlled by its consequences, utilizing rewards, reinforcement.
So read it again and read it slow.
It says operant conditioning, developed by B.F. Skinner, is a learning process.
A learning process, go ahead.
Where behavior is controlled.
Behavior is controlled. So if behavior is controlled, meaning that be groomed. Go ahead.
It says where behavior is controlled by its consequences, utilizing rewards.
Utilizing rewards. Now another word for reward is incentives.
Yeah.
So if you want to get a behavior, you create a reward system. There's a reward and system.
Yeah.
So you want to get a certain response or character, you reward them.
Yeah.
We see that again in the pandemic, and we're going to see it again.
Yeah.
When they fully introduce that MO, you know, it's going to be a reward system. They're going to incentivize the first wave of people to receive it. They're going to incentivize them.
Yeah.
So I remember, who was that? Mayor
De Blasio.
You eat the tasty burgers? He started eating the burgers. So he started, fucking eating the fries.
Yeah.
He started slurping the Slurpee and shit.
Yeah,
they was giving free movie tickets, basketball tickets.
Yeah.
So those are, and they called it incentives.
Yeah. Free weed.
Oh, another word for incentive. They were getting a free weed.
Yeah, Arizona, free weed.
So another word for incentive is what? Reward.
Yeah.
It's a reward system. They get a response from a person. Yeah. So read it again.
It says.
So it says we read that he acquired diligent search.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says operant conditioning, developed by B.F. Skinner, is a learning process where behavior is controlled by its consequences, utilizing rewards to increase behaviors.
That goes into to credit score too, because that's gonna be a reward system. Oh, this person's been a good slave. Let's give him a little more playtime.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says increase behaviors and punishments to decrease them. Punishments to decrease behavior. So probably charging you, you know what I'm saying, like in China, like you said, the social credit system. Like if you look it out, like the people that's put out they got a low credit, the social credit score, they're homeless, they can't take public transportation.
Yeah.
Like they're so desperate.
They can't interact with, public affairs.
Yeah, they can't interact with public affairs. And they got videos showing you how you have like a person with the whole Novit suit on, leading like thousands of people behind them because they're desperate. They're homeless, they don't got nothing but they take that jabba dabba deuce.
And that's coming over here.
Yeah, bring their scores up. And what's this devil? Not Peter Thiel. Larry Ellison, I think. Yeah, Larry Ellison. That devil. He spoke about behaviors with AI and with technology. We'll be able to basically enforce behaviors on people to make sure that they're following the laws and everything like that. But it says it focuses on voluntary behaviors known as operants rather than automatic reflexes. Key components include reinforcement and punishment behavior. But,
so it's all about shit behavior. And these are all stuff that Esau knows works.
Yep.
That's why we could read about it, because this is something he already practiced in God. But we're going to see it in a more aggressive form when they introduce the MOTB. You say you got something?
Yeah, I had some, because we were talking about how these scientists, Esau's warlocks, they worship Satan. I remember reading.
And it be technical, that's all witchcraft.
Yeah, it is.
That's a form of putting a spell on people.
Yeah.
Like you really putting a spell on a person.
Yeah.
Like they doing something without their will, because they don't realize they doing something. They under a spell.
Yeah. Yep. So looked up, scientists who worship Satan, and this dude came up. The person you are likely thinking of is Jack Parsons.
I just going to a whole other topic, but that's good too, because since you said that, go ahead.
Yeah.
I got a point after that.
He's a brilliant rocket scientist who also dedicated occultist.
Yeah.
While he is often sensationalized as a Satan worshiper, his actual beliefs are rooted in dilemma, spiritual philosophy, developed by Alistair Crowley.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna go down. It says. The Babylon Working. In 1946, Parsons performed a series of rituals with future Scientology founder Ron Hubbard, intended to summon a goddess known as the Scarlet Woman, which going back to...
Right. What you read with Thessalonians, get lying wonders from Satan.
Yeah.
And now, when you go into the acting industry, that's just all based off of witchcraft. They may not call it witchcraft, but still witchcraft.
Yeah.
Now, the top actors, they believe in, summoning certain spirits. Like, let's say they play a role or whatever role, a serial killer, they would, there's certain rituals they will do to get into character.
Yeah.
That's why you may watch certain interviews. You may, Yo, would you look at?
Like the dude from Snowfall.
All right, man. Thank.
Like
So,
the dude from Snowfall.
real quick, yellow so the dude close to the back. So there's certain actors that would they'll have interviews and they'll tell you how long it took them to get out of character, and then sometimes they'll say it may be months because there's a spirit on them. Because it's not like they just good actors, possessed.
Yeah.
And then,
Like Heath Ledger. Who played
I was about to say,
Yeah, say it took months.
There was one interview where Levin's going into it, like he'll be in character for months. I think it was one with Will Smith. He get out of character. I think Denzel said the same thing. He was talking about like when they go for a role, after the movie is done filming, it takes them a while because they got them demons on them.
Yeah, this dude, like I said, this dude from Snowfall, he had an interview where he mentioned that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I've seen that video.
Is the devil, he said? Yeah,
But at least he honest about it.
They gotta do. So same thing with these scientists. Real quick, last point. It says.
But I can show you how everything is formatted after the worship of Satan.
Yeah.
Even the clothes you wear. Jake is into what? Nike. Nike goes back to what? The Roman goddess. That's equivalent with the Greek goddess Athena. Or maybe I said it backwards, but Athena and Nike's interchangeable. That was the goddess of victory. But they named these goddesses or these brands after certain entities because they want to invoke certain spirits.
Yeah.
That's why one time you watch TV, they call it changing the channel. Because each channel you channeling spirits. And even when they record certain films, like if you're watching a horror movie, they'll make sure they'll go to certain locations that have a lot of demonic activity, because they want to capture the moment. They may record at 3 a.m. so that way it get invoke certain spirits.
Real quick. This is scientific demons. This is in the history of science. Many figures like Maxwell use demons as thought experiments to test the laws of physics. Parsons uniquely was one of the few who actually believed in these entities as literal spiritual beings. That's it.
There you go. Proves that everything Esau does is on the left-hand side. And a lot of times they may not call it witchcraft. They may call it something else, but it's still witchcraft. If you're not worshiping the Most High, it falls under witchcraft.
Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, families through her witchcrafts.
Yeah, that's America, man. With democracy, freedom of religion, women's rights, Hollywood. That's how Esau exports his fornication.
It says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and will
Your skirts will be your secret parts, your secrets, because your nudity is not supposed to be shared with everyone. You know, that's why at one it was considered, you know, in cartoons, a person makes a cartoon and something happened and you just see his boxes and he walk away in shame. You know, because now when the Lord says discover his skirts, meaning secret parts, being exposed, his sin.
Their sins is like so you cover your private parts, so just like Esau was trying to cover his agenda, right? But the Most High, he's lifting up that skirt, putting it upon his, which is going to expose their private parts, all their sins and things that they're doing. That's why you got these guys these Illuminati guys. They coming out exposing their beats. Whistleblowers. You know, the internet, people uploading information, truth about this, truth about that. So, you know, the Most High, he's exposing these shit.
And TikTok is only making it worse.
Yeah.
Because they condition not Jake, I wouldn't just say Jake, but you know, the people have a short attention span. Now, TikTok or shorts cater just for that. It may be a minute short, but it's within that 1 minute, it says a whole lot. And you find a lot of those contents on TikTok. You know, they're doing videos and you know they're playing up in the screen. Did you know this?
Yeah.
Then they play the video in the background. They got the little speed background music. And Jake will watch that shit. Or in fact, people will watch it. Not just Jake, but they'll watch it. And now Jake is expert on the Illuminati. They're expert on everything.
Like the internet, like Esau putting out them creating the internet, which was through the Most High, gave a platform for all kind of people to expose them. So that kind of backfired on Esau. So Nahum 3:5 again. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. Hey, even with even as being exposed with this while Trump sent those bombs upon Iran, okay? Because that there's all kind of information coming out with the distraction from the Epstein files, and then on Netanyahu's side, pretty much he was in political. He also. Say it again. Yeah. Yep. So he was in political heat also. So it was like they came together to plan that attack to distract them from both their the heat that they're catching from their situation, pretty much, so to speak. And that's all coming out.
Right.
And everything.
Even the Iranians, they said that too. They called him out. Him starting the war because of the Epstein file. All the nations, they have seen Esau's wickedness, man. We got German out, America, talking about how America is losing to Iran, how America basically is weak, pretty much. So all the nations, they're starting to see America is not, what it has been portraying itself to be. Like a woman that act like she's virtuous, she's a virgin, she's soft.
I normally don't do this.
I normally don't do this, you know what I'm saying? And you get in the bed, like, what the fuck, where the fuck you learn this? You know what I'm saying? Freaking the sheets. So that's what the nations are finding out. You know what I'm saying?
You got all these positions and you never been seen before. And where the fuck you learned this?
Like where the fuck you learned this, bitch?
Said she's a virgin.
Yeah, she's a virgin. That's America, man. The whore, she portrays herself to be, soft, delicate. You know what I'm saying? And you pop up the
get the Virginia. Get the Virginia. There's no walls. You gave birth. You just gave birth.
He said, "Don't be a menace." Marlon Wayans. I normally don't do this. And then she turned into a whole bunch of demons.
And the reason why that scene was funny because it's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
I got some. You got more?
As we talking about Satan, look, man. Same main vehicle, woman.
Yeah. Matter of fact, a lot of men, they're gonna take the chip because woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, How we gonna eat?
Yep, yep.
You know what I'm saying? What kind of man don't provide for his family? You know what I'm saying? You're a Christian, they might use scriptures against you.
They'll try to
Bible
shame you.
said, if a man don't have his family, he's worse than the infidel.
They're gonna try to bring out Romans 13 on you.
Yeah. Obey the powers that be.
Satan gonna work hard through them.
And you remember when ISUPK they had the, no scared of campaign?
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, the reason why they not taking it because they scared of needles.
They're cowards.
They cowards.
ISUPK, no cowards.
You coward.
Remember that nigga that went, ISUPK nigga? He went live. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
idiot.
like, yo, yeah, I ain't no coward. They gave it to him. Then they gave it to him. He looked out like, I'm good, right? Yeah, you good? he ain't looked too. Yo, bro, he panicked, bro. You know
He drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
So it says, verse 6, I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock, and it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee and say, Nineveh is laid
So it
waste.
says it gonna make America a gazing stock. And what's gonna cause America to be a gazing stock is the nuclear, otherly destruction. Because there's people that really believe that it's impossible. America got the strongest military, but they ain't looking too good right now with Iran. Like military-wise, Iran is outsmart. They've been preparing for this war for decades, and making Trump look stupid. And there was even talks that Trump was talking about paying a couple billions to open it up. That looks bad. That looks bad. That make the country look.
Verse 7 says, it shall come to pass that all that look upon thee shall flee from thee and say, Nineveh is waste. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comfort for thee? Modern Nineveh is going into America. All right? America is going to be laid waste. And America is being exposed to these nations and for what they truly are. All right? And the nation, and what? Like we're going into the Most High, America is being exposed, all right? And eventually, the allies that America is going to have remove themselves from America. Eventually, all nations are going to be against this place, all right? And going to want nothing with America. And America is ultimately going to be destroyed. That's right. I could read it. Verse 8. It says, art thou better than populous? No. It says, art thou better than populous? No. And populous was like was a city in Egypt that was surrounded by water. Okay, so they figured because they had the resource of water surrounding them, hard for intruders to invade their land. Okay, so they prided themselves on it. It says, art thou better than populous? No. That was situated around the rivers that had the waters round about it, whose part was the sea, and her wall was from the sea. Yes, it was surrounded by water, so they felt that they were safe. But eventually, Egypt, that part of Egypt would be destroyed also. Okay, so all these nations, America is no different. America think that the resources that they have and how this place is situated, that they're protected. Okay, but this is the place of unwalled villages, right? It's easy for this place to be infiltrated. So trusting his military and the things that you might have around it, but the Most High, that's all pride. And just like how the ancient nations had, they pride built it up because of the resources they had. America is the same. Those nations fell, America was going to fall also.
That's right.
It's Isaiah 47:10.
Oh, that one.
Okay. Isaiah 7:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground.
Now, dust symbolizing and also debris, because that's what's going to happen. America is going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Read it again. Read it slow, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead.
7:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Now, a virgin is obviously a woman that never had sex. But what happens to a virgin when she get penetrated? She get humble, but she'll get subdued. That symbolizes America being subdued, you know, and being penetrated.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sit on the ground, Slakia. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldean.
Represents no more American hegemony. The global power that they had, that shit is faded away. This war has exposed America. You got all kinds of nations cutting ties. You know, Arab nations cutting ties. They're like, yo, we make petrodollar for you to protect us, but you can't even defend us.
And they're losing its financial hegemony.
Yeah.
You know, because at one time the British pound was the world reserve currency, and then it was moved to the U.S., the USD. Now America is losing that financial hegemony.
Yeah.
Nobody want to trade in U.S. currency no more. But go ahead.
No, I was gonna just land back what you said. They're now in Chinese yuan.
Yeah.
And they're not going through the Strait of Hormuz no more. They're going through the Caspian Sea, where the U.S. don't have any control over.
It's not Russia.
Right, Russia to Turkey.
Yeah.
It says, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, so no more be called tender and delicate. At one point was looked at as this beacon of light, this place of seat of morality, right? Like you watch these devils, like Colonel Davis, Colonel McGregor. Oh, this is not what our country is founded upon. This is not what we fought for. This is not that. Look at America's history. This is America.
Yeah.
How are you talking about? Oh, this is not. No, this has always been America, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like at one time, you know, America was the place to go to get the American dream, because the American dream was comprised of, you know, building something.
Yeah.
You know, you could come from another country, a poor country, and come here, and all these different opportunities get presented to you, and you could become rich.
Yeah.
Because most of, like, even with Jake, most of our parents, we're first generation.
Yeah.
You know, kids here. And our parents moved from another country here. My mother wasn't born here. My father wasn't born here. You know, same thing. I know the same thing. You know, same thing. You brothers, and the reason they came here for a better life. But that's no longer. That idea is no more, because people that's in the U.S. right now, majority of people are unemployed.
Yeah.
People are struggling.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these women, they losing their jobs left and right, and it's targeting a lot of black women. That's been the trend. Black women losing work.
Yeah, millions of black women already lost their jobs. Last year they said already over 1 million. Last spring it was close to 1 million. So you know it's in the millions now.
It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be tender and delicate.
Yeah,
The Chaldeans was known for their wisdom. They was the wise men of Babylon. These were the stargazers. Those are the men you went to for spiritual answers, for guidance, for counsel. But the Most High is putting a stumbling block to the elites. They got they witches. They got they have different programs that serve to communicate directly with demons. But they're not getting the results they want.
That's why they going harder. They doing more trafficking. They trying to do more. They trying to stay tapped in with. You know what I mean?
Trying to open up different portals.
Yep.
It's like when Saul felt the Holy Spirit left him.
Yeah.
That's how he's so funny right now. Like,
He went to the witch of Endor for answers. He didn't go to the prophet.
Yep. Esau's power is waning. It's weakening, man. You know, so that's why they're going harder to try to get Satan on their side. And, you know, they're about to have a big global sacrifice through this Third World War and this famine. It's a sacrifice for the New World Order. You know, Satan told him that. You want this? What's wrong? This is the sacrifice I require. 7 billion souls. 7.5 billion. It's like, how you expected to do this? Famine, pestilences, you know, World War III. That's what's coming, man. By the end of the year, we're going to see millions of people die, man. They said that hundreds of millions already at risk for, you know, by the end of the year due to this crisis, man.
And they're saying there's a crisis right now.
Yeah.
A water shortage.
States, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, they're doing a water rationing already.
And
gas shortages.
A lot of the water is going to the data.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that. Oh, it's spirit. Because I was just about to say we got to it. Because they're saying that these AI data centers,
hundreds of thousands of gallons, $500,000 a gallon a day.
In a day.
Yeah.
You know.
More than the whole state.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, but in the way the Most High created water, it's supposed to be in abundance. You know, but he so perfectly is creating disparity. So that's where he could, operate conditioning.
Yes, right. In the water that those data centers use, it don't just evaporate, it gets released with those forever chemicals, which pollutes all the water. You know, so like the people, they get poison over there. They opening up the sink, fucking pink water coming out, brown water coming out and shit. Flint, Michigan. You know, and it's this constant noise. They can't sleep. Go outside, is this fucking mechanical noise. Like, this shit is fucking demonic, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fucking, it's the Tower of Babel on steroids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
Gotta say, like, this shit is fucking wicked.
The Tower of Babel didn't go this far.
Yeah.
The Tower of Babel had AI.
Yeah. Niggas trying to kill the whole planet, man. With those data centers, man. All over the, knowing damn well this shit's gonna cause families, man. That's
destroy them that destroyed the earth. These guys take,
Yep.
Verse 2, it says, take the millstones and grind meal thy locks.
Yeah, that represents hardship, man. You know what I'm saying? Labor. People will have to work harder. People that have one job now might have to pick up 3-4 jobs. You know what I'm saying? Just to survive. You know? People gonna resort to jobs that's what's it called? Like, iffy. You know what I'm saying? The nigga might turn to a kidnapper. You know what I mean? The nigga might turn into, at night he go rob houses.
Right.
During the daytime, he's got his regular job, but at night he put a mask on, killing people, robbing people. He gotta feed his family.
It symbolizes empire going from luxury into servant.
Yep.
Because Esau, after this, they go into slavery.
Yeah.
Because in ancient times, they didn't have a NutriBullet or a ninja, and you were just able to crush your grains, your seed, powder. You had the grind mill. You grind it, the seeds, and keep grinding it until it gets to a powder form. And you was able to take the powder, make your breads, make your cake. But you say it was labor. So it symbolizes being a servant. So, how we say it all the time, the least gonna go from shekels to shackles. And we're gonna go from the classic.
Everybody. See, America, the average American citizen, they just used to having everything, today.
Convenience.
This, get everything you need. In other countries, third world countries, man, they don't have, they out there starving. They don't got no goddamn
they living off the land.
Air fryers and shit like that.
They ain't got no electricity.
That's how I grew up in here.
They got no running water.
Living off of mango, coconuts.
Living off of rainwater.
Plantains. Rainwater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how they live in other countries, man. In third world countries.
They got no machines and dryers in their home.
Everything washed by hand.
Everything
You know what I'm saying? Water from a kid's shower with the water bucket.
You can take the bucket of water. You gotta get as much foam you want for one load.
That's how real it is, bro. Because so now everybody in America, they're gonna have to start going through these things. They're actually hunting for food and surviving off the growing. And went before the famine, before the famine kicking, they got to grow goddamn crops and things like that. It's gonna, like how people live in other countries, man, going through that hardship, man. That's gonna happen in America.
We're gonna become a third world country over here.
Yeah, so especially Edomite women, ain't no more goddamn, what's that, Martha Stewart books and shows and all that.
Hey, man.
How to make your macaroni, chocolate cakes and all this.
That's when Isaiah 4:1's gonna come and play because it's gonna be a scarcity of men, and scarcity creates value, and and the men of the Lord is gonna be of value.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord said, "I'm gonna make a man more precious than the fine gold." That's the Israel. Go ahead, keep reading.
All right. This is Isaiah 47:2. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make big.
Yeah, and cover thy locks, which is your hair. The scriptures talk about how women's hairs are glory, so she's supposed to have it covered for her husband. So the locks being uncovered, meaning what? The glory basically being one. America doesn't have the same power that they used to have. They're being exposed, man.
America's in debt. America's in debt.
Oh yeah, debt. Yep.
Like this is not the we'll consider one city.
Yeah.
That's the main reason why we have super hyperinflation, and that's because the value of the dollar is degenerating, is decreasing. So now it takes more USD to cover a product than it did before. It's not so that the product is going up; it's the value of the currency is going down.
I remember I was in middle school. They used to have Hero of the Wireless for a hero.
Yeah, and the cans with a CNC can soda.
Yeah, now the same hero with the bread.
And the hair was a lot smaller now. Than
Yeah,
it was
way
before.
smaller. Yeah, that's true. They used to be like this, bro.
Yeah, inflation.
Inflation, what inflation?
Right.
So basically, price is going up.
And you paying more.
Products have less.
You paying more and getting less. Inflation.
Yeah.
You have $1, you get 4 bags of chips.
Yeah, of course. And now you mentioned the term shrinkflation. You buy some chips, paying more. It's full with air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's a large bag.
That's a Costco bag.
This is Revelation 6:6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat.
Read up a little more.
This is Revelation 6:5. When he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat him had a pair of balances in his hand.
Yeah, so it says a black horse. The black horse was his famine, a dark time. Because famine it's very dark. Come outside, people laid on the ground, they can't even move. You know what I'm saying? The skinny. You be in them videos of them fucking Hamites, man. How they be so bony. Yeah. You know what I mean? You have flies on their faces, they can't even get the fly off. That's how weak they are.
You can only imagine in all the hoods, the urban areas where Jake is at, you got that little supermarket, you got ox store, you got Chinese food store, delis. You know what I mean? Yeah. They seized that whole area, all right? Stop the flow coming. It's going to be anarchy in the ghettos, man. Mm-hmm. Just like 70 AD.
Yeah, and that's why the horseman, he had a scale,
right,
because scales symbolize judgment. Mm-hmm. So in here, the famine, that's the Most High's judgment. That's right. Now, famine is not the absence of, is the shortage of. So we seeing shortages is coming. Yeah. That's Egypt rich. Yeah. Because the Most High gave, was it Joseph? The heads up, like, all right, start piling, start piling, because when the famine comes, the nation's gonna come to this empire, and that's how Egypt is gonna become great. Yeah. So famine is the shortage of resources. Yeah. So that leads to disparity. That leads to people starving to death. So go ahead, read it again.
This is Revelation 6:5. It says, and when he had opened the 3rd seal, I heard the 3rd beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand.
That symbolizes judgment. Go ahead.
And I heard a voice in the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil.
That's going into super hyperinflation. Because when you go into that word penny, and take it to the word denarius. The word denarius you get the word deca, meaning 10. Because 1 denarius at one point was equivalent to masses. So the prophecy saying that that penny was gonna lose its buying power, to where you only gonna be able, that penny only gonna have power, 1 penny or denarius enough buying power to buy grain. Whereas before, it had much more buying power. So that's going into super hyperinflation, and super hyperinflation leads you to disparity, famine, starvation. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou
If you really think about it, damn, like, just only what? Like, just 20 years, if that, 30 years ago, your dollar could get you so much. Like, you went to the grocery store, you know how much you get with $20? Now you get a pack of chicken, whatever. You already, that's shit like $300. You was able to feed a whole family just $100. Like you got a family of 5 kids. So I can hit you.
That's a full cost.
Yeah.
Now people are showing videos of what they get from the dollars. It'd be like 3 items, 4 items.
Like you got old timers that may tell you, like, yeah, I remember back when pizza was 10 cents.
Yeah.
So now, it was like $3, $3.50, now it's like $4 for one slice.
Real quick?
Yeah.
I went to the AI and I asked it, like, what would Revelation 6 and 5, look like in modern times? So it basically said a denarius was roughly a full day's wage in the Roman world. So the picture is basically a person works all day just to afford enough food for survival. Wheat, better quality food, becomes extremely expensive. Barley.
That's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And it's going to get worse. Like quality of food. Like if you actually buy organic food, you're paying way more. If you complain with being $300 for like grocery shopping, if you buy organic food, forget about it. It's jumping up to $500 because the more organic it is, the more you pay.
Yeah. It says barley, cheap and associated with poor people or animal feed, is slightly more affordable. The passage is commonly understood as symbolizing economic collapse, inflation, scarcity, and famine.
Now think about it like this, right? So you work, you get paid, you only have money really to pay rent. And food, you don't have money to put it into savings really, and because most Americans just live in check by check. So God forbid your car breaks down. God forbid you have an emergency, or there's a death in the family and a person have life insurance, and they put up. You're gonna be in the hole. That's inflation. You working all these hours, you working 60 hours, and still you're still in the hole. Because the more you make, the more they take out the check.
They did a poll where they said 70% of Americans can't afford basic necessities right now.
Yeah.
So it's
rent is high as fuck, and then you got your utilities. You might be paying for water, paying for electric, gas. Then you may have other utilities like Wi-Fi, and at the end of monthly, that shit all adds up, and it leaves you with nothing.
They just did a poll saying the average rent in New York just reached its peak.
4,000?
Nah, 3,300.
Oh, because they were saying 4,000 a month one video I was watching.
Yeah, I think the
that's
average.
And then Manhattan is 5
Yeah,
bands.
they said average, because you only see a lot of 1-bedrooms that's 4,000.
Yeah, like a 1-bedroom now in the market, you're looking at least like 8. You said what?
Like around, depending on the area, 1-bedroom.
What you said before?
800, like 1,200. Depending on the area.
Nah.
New
You
York City.
gotta be
What is it?
I'm talking about like
1995.
Well, they find me one of those.
Yeah, I'll get 2 of them. Nah, this is right now it's like 1,800 for 1-bedroom. You're looking at, so a 2-bedroom you paying 22, 24.
Yeah.
Well, not even a 1-bedroom, a studio.
Studio, yeah.
Studio.
Nice.
Like,
And especially in Manhattan, you might pay like close to
Unless you're in the
4,000.
projects in Manhattan. But now, like, I remember the market in 2016, like a 1-bedroom was like 1,200.
Yeah.
Now 2026, a 1-bedroom, you're looking at least close to 2,000. If you're lucky, and let's say you know somebody, you might could get it for like $1,700, $1,600. That's if you know somebody. Go know somebody where they can, get, lower rent. So you're forced to go off, these apps to get something. So a 1 bedroom, you're looking close to 2K. A room, you might be paying like, well, how much a room now?
That's what big, bro.
A room here.
800,
Yeah.
Like 1,200.
Yeah, at least I said
Plus
700,
utilities.
800 at least.
Yeah.
800.
It's 200 a week.
So
that's
that,
800.
what in the 90s, rent was like $500, $600. Like $500. I'll say. That's a big jump. Only going for 20 years. That's a big jump.
That's why you have those rent stabilized apartments.
Yeah.
Like you have the old people that have been there for decades.
Yeah,
They're $500, $700 a month for them apartments, whereas people that's new there might be paying $2,000, $2,500. But it says survival level.
And then one last thing, you got a lot of people rent or they can't retire because the cost of living is going up. And if they do retire, they're forced to take a part-time job to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Because retirement is not paying enough.
It says survival level living costs. In modern times, it would look something like people spending nearly all of their check groceries and rent. Food prices skyrocketing while wages lag behind. Basic necessities becoming luxuries, like a shower, brushing your teeth. That's gonna be a luxury. It says middle falling into poverty. Now they came out and said that 100K now is considered like lower middle class. It's not a higher middle class anymore.
Yeah.
It says cheap, low quality facing healthier food because it's all people can afford. Canned goods, canned bakes, sardines, cheap shit. Government
These all carcinogens too.
Governments rationing food or supply shortages. Massive inflation where a full day of work barely buys one meal. A modern comparison would look like hyperinflation in places like Venezuela or Zimbabwe. Now back in 2018, when the Venezuelan economic collapse, you had people paying thousands of dollars for a burger. You had women, teachers, lawyers, doctors turn to prostitutes meat.
Wow.
You had people running up in the zoos, eating up horses, eating up zoo animals.
So you want to tell us?
I'm telling you that's the history, man.
Right, pay for what you do?
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
Teachers don't get paid much too.
They don't.
Yep.
No, they don't.
And then dealing with these kids nowadays, these kids is making teachers even quit their job teaching.
These teachers got OnlyFans and shit like that.
And a lot of teachers are coming younger and younger now. Before, I remember the teachers, they was like middle age or old. Now they teachers 20.
Yeah, early 20s.
They don't know shit about life.
Experience.
Doing TikToks about the classroom.
Yeah.
It says wartime shortages, depression era bread lines, situations where eggs, bread, meat, or fuel suddenly become unaffordable for average people. That's the point.
Yeah. That's what's gonna cause it's not gonna cause you women to come running to brothers,
Hey,
because
real quick, I don't know if you didn't get that, but you see the woman underneath the hood of the car.
he said that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the spirit that we in right now. Because they need a man. That's another reason why you need a man. Because most men have the knowledge of basic mechanics. Even if he don't fix it, he can diagnose what the possible problem could be. So that way they not having a field day on you, saying all these other shit and make you fix problems that need to get fixed. But that's another reason why they need a man.
Real quick, I got Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, towards the end. It says Isaiah chapter 3, verse, I'm going to start at 18 and I'm going to probably jump. It says, in that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their paws and their round tires like the moon, the beans and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets. It's always got the bonnets, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Right? And the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels.
Yeah, so pretty much modern day, you get the Gucci bags, the goddamn, what's it, Chanel bag, Birkin bag they like, they makeup,
Yep.
Most High's gonna do all that, man, because those
shopping at Sephora.
Yeah, shopping at Sephora. Yeah.
Weeds and shit.
Yep. Weaves. Most High gonna remove all that.
Tampons.
So you can't. Shit's going up. You know, you can't. You come to an end. You know, they losing their jobs. Unemployment ain't really giving them nothing.
Right now, people are already saying they're canceling their summer plans. You know what I'm saying?
Canceled.
Summer's canceled. Like, no more city girls
No more
summer.
hot summer.
Hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? Hopping on a plane, we going to this, going to Dubai. That
It's
shit's
cold
over.
or something.
Yep.
It's gonna get cold out here.
That's right.
A little bit summer, man. So it says, the changeable suits of apparels and the mantles and the wimples and the spin pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils, and it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell there shall be stink. You ain't gonna be able to shower and do the
Well, they stink now.
Yeah, they already do.
A lot of
BBL.
girls, like, and for real, they hygiene, a lot of hygiene be worse than men. You know, and you look at, like, cause you look at women as, you know, being having a high hygiene, they nasty, man.
Yes.
These women today, they nasty, bro.
They peach balances all off.
Yeah.
They eating shrimp, crab,
Yeah.
smoking hookah, and drinking Henny all at once.
Wearing them tight-ass pants.
With the tight ass pants.
You know, usually you have sex with a girl,
Yeah.
you know, she'll ask you to use your shower, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shit, some bitches be, they willing to sit there to the next day, no shower or nothing. They
Get up and
they try to be like us.
It's like the prostitutes.
Get up and go.
It's like the prostitutes are cleaner than them. Shit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
average.
they do.
Women used to douche back then.
Yeah.
You know, they don't do that shit.
It says, there shall be stink, and instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of well set hair, balding, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war.
That's called a draft. Okay.
It says, in her gates, which is her protection, shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground.
Because men don't really utilize what a city offers. You know, that's where we get the word metropolitan. Metropolitan means nurturing. Look, I forget what it means. This type of metropolitan origin. But when it comes to us, we're not utilizing the city that much. Like something happened, who's calling 911? We're not calling 911. Somebody break into your crib, you ready to put hands on some calling 911? You know. Go ahead, read it.
Metropolitan originates from the word metropolis, which means mother city, combining meta, which is mother, and polis, city.
Right, so mother meaning for nurturing, because everything's already there for you. You don't gotta farm, you don't gotta hunt. You know, you just gotta go to the supermarket. You buy your cold packs of chicken. You know, these women love shrimps. And they don't got to fish. They go to the, you know, and everything is there for you. So that's a mother city. Men know that. Like, look, it ain't there, I'm going to get it.
City girls. Mother city
The
girls.
majority of the consumer base in America is women. That's why most of advertising targets women.
Yep.
Because they know how gullible women are, easily deceived. And women just not good with, you know, money. You know, women just want to spend. But next chapter, transition. Isaiah 4:1, it says, and in that day, right, which is when the men become in shortage because the men dying in the wars, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach.
You got ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Go on ChatGPT and type in, what do Isaiah 4:1 mean?
And I show you that some women still gonna have resources. They just want to mean that, you know.
Yeah, they gonna have men looking to take your resources.
Exactly.
If that resource means nothing, you got nothing, no hedge around you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the more, if it gets known that you have resources, that could cost you your life.
Yeah.
That's why our value is gonna go up, because we're gonna protect them in the resources. Okay.
It says what it meant in its original context. The verse paints a picture where there are far fewer men because of in judgment. Marriage becomes highly desired because being unmarried carries social shame in that culture. The women are saying.
So, in other words, in this time, not having a man ain't gonna be shame to them, because they're not gonna have no, like I said, they're gonna have no help, no protection. You know, they're gonna need us. Because time where women got a problem with masculinity because men don't get everything to them. To the point they feel like it's masculinity is toxic. But let everything breaks down, government and structure, they're gonna come running back to men. Because men is really what keep the going, keep the world going.
It says, so the point is not mainly romance, it's describing social collapse and desperation after devastation. It says, a major population imbalance where men become scarce due to war, disease, imprisonment, social collapse.
And scarcity creates value. So that's how men gonna be scarce. Like, why is gold have so much value? Because it's rare. It's a metal that's rare. So that, and they have other benefits to it, but the main thing is rare. Whereas iron, these are things that you can find in anything. These are metals you can constantly find.
Like the same concept of like how these women like cater to a so-called high value male, because he's a rarity. His resources are the 1%, and all the women flock to them. But on the flip side, we don't have the knowledge or the understanding like how much or help them break things, and our stock don't shoot up. You know?
Yeah, that's
right. It says, women competing heavily for a smaller pool of stable or desirable men.
It's a small pool.
Yeah, okay.
You know, right now they say, well, there's fish in the pool. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now we're gonna have to fight them off. Because it's gonna have to be more than just having a pretty face in Virginia. Because you're gonna have plenty of pretty faces coming at you, plenty Virginia. So they're gonna have to show more like why should we choose you? They're gonna have to become pygmies. Women are humble when you already have other pretty women. Because now men today have an abundance mindset. And not abundance, mindset. And they treat them like they the value. Look up scarcity mindset. We got like 4 minutes left. Because men, the way they deal with these women, they can't get it again. Go ahead, read it.
Scarcity mindset is the belief that resources such as time, money, or love are limited, resulting in anxiety, hoarding behavior.
That's why a lot of men, they get with women who do bullshit because they're like, well, I don't know if I get a pretty girl like this again. I don't know if you get a girl again because they have a scarcity mindset. So they're afraid to lose her. And she up. And that's when she start acting up because she can sense you're afraid to lose her. And when a woman sense that, she start losing respect for you. And respect begins to fade.
It says resulting in anxiety, hoarding behavior, and
please don't go. And that's what all those 90s and 80s songs, Keith Sweat, it was based on having a scarcity mindset. He's singing, crying in the rain, shirt off. Don't wanna lose. Don't wanna lose.
Yo, them small ass man,
yeah. How to hold your love. Let's go.
And a fear-based focus on what is lacking.
Okay, now type in abundance mindset. You got it ready, guys.
Abundance mindset.
We'll go back to that.
Abundance mindset is a way of thinking that assumes there are enough opportunities, resource, success, and wins to go.
Hey, and that's what we have. We have an abundance mindset. And women are attracted to a man with abundance mindset. Like, you get a pretty girl, and she can sense you have other pretty girls around you because you have this abundance mindset. Now, phone, and let's say she don't pick up. Most times they'll keep calling, call back 2-3 days, and now she's like, I got this guy. If you don't respond back at all, she'll assume that you moved on to another pretty girl, and she'll come chasing after you. Because that shows you have an abundant mindset, that she could be replaced. Because every female really want to have the feeling that she's going to get replaced. Because they're in competition. So we have an abundant, and we're going to show it, we're going to display that abundant mindset even more so than Isaiah 4:1.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That was me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It says women competing heavily for a small and desirable men.
Because we're going to have an abundant mindset. We're going to exercise abundant mindset.
It says, women being financially independent, yet still strongly desiring marriage, family, or committed relationships, where relationship dynamics become imbalanced because there are significantly fewer marriageable men.
There you go.
That's why the women, they're gonna be the providers.
Yeah, they're gonna provide for themselves. They're gonna be in desperate need, like stuff. Because you know, we're gonna take care of them, but that's gonna be the trade-off.
It's a trade-off, yeah.
You know, they're gonna ask, well, you don't gotta do this for me. Just give me an opportunity to walk with you. You don't believe me? Look, you ever had this shit happen to you at night? I just got off the train. There might be a woman walking in front of you, and maybe another man like walking close to her. She'll start like walking more close to you to give off the appearance that she may be. But hopefully this guy just like crossed the street, and that already happened. I experienced that so many times. And guess what? When dangers actually present itself, they're gonna talk to you this time, and they're gonna be more. They're gonna want to be in your circle. Any last words? Any last words, anybody? Okay, well, so with that, we're gonna say Kohalayim Yahweh
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Chakadosh.
Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.